Hello, hello, hello. Let's see how this game goes. My recording yesterday was, well, about 20 minutes in. It just straight up, yeah, someone left the game, so it didn't count. Really? Fine, I guess I'll be kind of support. Not a big deal. Just rude.
Let's not get squirrely now. I'd be ashamed to have to kill you.
Don't worry,
You want a
lads.
bag?
This one's
I can
in
get
the
you a
bag.
What kind of bag?
Prepare for battle.
Hmm. I'm gonna try to at least post on my YouTube at least a video per day, if I can.
"30 seconds to battle."
I've actually noticed, by the way, that Mistward's Wayfarer can sometimes screw you over. Because, like, I have several times, like, say there's a lone tree here, and I try to stun somebody like this, they'll hit me, break the tree, and my stun goes whiff. I hate that. That's why I really wish they would change it to where this has a minimum 1 second stun. Or even half a second stun.
The battle begins.
I don't see what all the fuss is about.
Like, it needs a minimum of a half a second stun if it hits nothing. Like, Bushwhack, it's still a bola. The net trap, I mean, it's literally, you look at the picture, it's a bola. It should still, at least briefly, hinder you. Or at minimum, just do damage.
I'm under attack. Want to see what we do?
Ow.
Who said you could stroll in my woods?
You piece of shit. You hurt. I just realized that's an offlane Slark. Great. Fun. Oh, that was perfect. What are you doing, Slark?
Hey, how you going?
Moron.
My right, as well as my might.
Hey, ow! Guess what comes next?
Oh, right. Negates the first hit of Acorn Shot, because that's how it works. If you're wondering why that's the way that works, it's because this is based on your attack range. So it's just not going to bounce. So it kind of just negates it.
Nice try.
This game's already going swimmingly. Oh! God damn it.
Right on. Keep at it.
Fins off.
Wow. You scared him off, I guess.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How many of these creeps are there?
Illusion. Are you gone too?
Better
Oh, come on.
chill it, yeah?
Wow. I didn't expect him to walk through me. I'm not even sure how he did that. And a random legion. Ball Trainus. Okay.
Haste.
I think that'd be more. I think they would be more intimidating if they were blue Ballicus. That'd be more intimidating. It takes so long to cast. I do like no damage, this guy. I pressed my Q, it just didn't want to go off. Why? Lion needs a nerf. Lion needs such a nerf. The fact he can stun you for 5 seconds and then just burst you for all your health is broken and needs to be fixed. He shouldn't... Like, one of his stuns needs to be nerfed into the ground. His Q should stun for at max 1 second if it stuns at all. Like, Lion is broken. And I'll continue to say Lion is broken until he gets fixed. There's a reason I don't say Shadow Shaman is broken anymore, because they fixed him. He can no longer permanent CC you at all. He straight up can't. Like, he can't solo kill people anymore. That was, like, his main problem. Like, Shadow Shaman could straight up solo kill you, and there was nothing you could do about it. My god, how did that miss? I hate... Why did they nerf the radius of this so much? It's so hard to use. And yet fucking Wind Ranger can stun him from here. And it goes to here. Like why? Like, this got nerfed so many times, and yet Wind Ranger can still stun multiple targets. Fuck you. Lol, and a free courier. Oh. Seriously? How?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Invisibility.
I'm not sure this isn't killing.
You're a trusty maid.
So annoying.
Red stars. Now use some fertilizer. Maybe my fingers.
How did that miss? I don't know. On my screen, that hit. And yet, the game insists that that missed. Despite on my screen, that hit. I'll never understand why they nerfed this so much, and yet Wind Ranger's stun can still tether halfway across the map. I'll never understand it.
How about shortcut? Nothing to it. It's funny. It's not even my birthday. Like this. Ugh.
Oh my god! I can't hit with it! It doesn't go where I'm telling it to! It's like, unless the tree is almost in the exact center of Bushwhack, it refuses to stun! Every other ability that interacts with trees, a tree just has to be suggested near the ability for it to count. This requires it to be in the AoE perfectly. Not touching it, in it. What the f... Again! There's a tree right there! There was clearly a tree right there. What in the hell? This is so frustrating. What? Screw you.
Ask me if I'm God. I'll say yes.
It's so frustrating.
Good.
The ability just doesn't... It just does not want to work.
You're a beautiful person with a charming personality.
The enemy's bottom tower has
It just annoys me to no end. On my other account, I'm a level 30 Hoodwink. Hoodwink's like my second most played character. So, yeah, take it from somebody who knows how to play Hoodwink. That the nerfs to Bushwhack were completely unneeded. Like, if they're going to nerf this because it's slightly strong, why don't they nerf this, which can go across the screen and stun all in a line for 300 damage. This does 360 damage, stuns for 2 seconds, with a absurdly tiny-ass radius. Look at this. This radius is a joke. Literally, the radius of this is the width of Lion's Q. I wish I was joking. But literally, the width of this is his Q in a line. Like, it makes no sense. Lion's Q is almost impossible to miss with.
Yeah, I throw school with all sorts of wrong.
And yet they nerf the radius of this, like, how many times? Just so annoyed that there's so much favoritism involved in their balance decisions. Like, this hero has just been nerfed into nerf into nerf into nerf. And yet, they absolutely refuse to nerf Legion Commander, who can infinitely scale to the point of literally breaking the game, and it doesn't even take much. Literally takes 10 duels, and she's already broken the game in terms of duel damage.
Structures are fortified.
Like, it's literally an unlosable rapier. And on top of that, Lion is just broken in general.
The enemy's top tower
And, like, Shaman, they eventually nerfed what was broken about him, because he used to be able to buy Shard at minute 15, and just push waves with it. He would farm up, get a Refresher, get Ags, not necessarily in that order, and solo carry the game by just throwing 2 of his ults into the enemy base with Ags, and it would basically just win the game by itself.
I haven't seen that before.
Like, it was stupid broken, and they eventually, after a few years of people abusing it, they nerfed it into the ground.
Your top tower is under attack.
Shaman now requires allies to be
I love it
functional.
when they stand real still, just whimpering and
He can't just solo people. It was so stupid. Shaman by himself could basically 1v5 if he stood near his ult, because it just did so much damage. Like, you couldn't go near him. The ult cage that he put around himself would make it impossible to assail him. Lion can just stun you for 5 seconds, which is absolutely absurd.
this way looks clear.
Oh, come on! Again! That stun hit!
Regeneration.
They need to fix this.
It's gotta be the last one. It's what I do.
I swear this is the most unreliable stun in the game. It is the most unreliable stun in the entirety of the game. Oh, god damn it.
Your atrocity.
Yeah, like, the radius after you get this item makes it actually usable. That's a more usable radius. Like, that's the problem. You basically are required to get a Gleipnir with the radius boost on it. Just with plus 75, just to make this seem reasonable. That's a lot more reasonable. Look at that. Look how close this has to be before that tree lights up. That is a tiny distance. It's very tiny. But it stuns it in AoE. And? That still missed that creep in the back. The thing is, Lion Stun. What is the radius of this? It doesn't even show. But it's almost equivalent. Oh my...
Just keeping it loose.
I wish they would fix that. If I click Acorn Shot first, I should move into range and then Bushwhack. Because the fact that Bushwhack doesn't do anything unless there's a tree in range, it should be coded to where if I press Acorn Shot first and then Bushwhack, Bushwhack does not go off until I cast this. Like, it should automatically cue Bushwhack if I pressed Acorn Shot first. They just need to make that be a thing. The fact that Bushwhack just automatically cast the moment I press it is stupid. Like, I know I have it set in quick cast as that, but that's not how it should work.
Here's a hefty
Like, see, look at that! Even when it does it right, there's a huge delay. It casts Acorn Shot, big delay, then Bushwhack. There's already a built-in delay. And look at that. Where I cast that was within the tree area. I cast it right there. The tree was right there. It was within the radius. See, I cast it right here. See where the tree was? The tree was here. It didn't do anything. It is bugged. It is majorly bugged. It is just not properly searching for the tree. That is a major problem.
You're a trusty maid.
It's just a major
Your
problem,
top tower is under attack.
and I hate it.
Dire's structures are fortified. Your top tower is under attack.
I've been patient enough.
I mean, I mostly play Hoodwink as a carry, and it works. It's just... I just hate how Bushwhack just feels so hard to use. In comparison to, basically, Lion, Shaman, their abilities. I mean, okay, Shaman doesn't count because his abilities are click on character. But compare it to Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger's Q...
Your middle
I can be a Wind Ranger standing here, throw my Q here, and it will hit here.
Illusion.
Why? The radius at which her Q attaches makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Compared to Bushwhack.
Piece of this.
I'll take that.
Dip this way. Spruce the place up.
Yeah, I just wanted to do that
The
for fun.
enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I'm field smart.
More cast range, yeah. That's a bit more reasonable.
Invisibility.
We ever looked through one of these?
Okay, my cast range is actually pretty good. How? Oh, that hit, that connected. Oh my god. Ow.
Snark had his way with you.
I need health. Ugh. I really don't want to buy a style, but I guess I don't have a
Trusty
choice.
maid.
Oh my lord. Oh my! That connected! Okay. The f Okay, that was funny. Man, the fact that it requires the Gleipnir and Aether Lens to do that is so stupid. I mean, it's cool, but damn. Oh, he jumped out of the way just in time.
But purity of will.
Oh no, he did die. Okay, that's why it missed. Okay. Oh boy, I'm so surprised I didn't just get jumped and insta-killed by a lion right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that.
Stay in the trees.
Let my health regenerate. I mean, nah. Are they going to engage? They don't need my help.
It doesn't hurt the other side. It's proper thick.
I'm actually impressed they managed to kill her by the two of them. But then she was extremely out of whatchamacallit, position.
Now I'm
Hmm.
scurry up.
Your middle tower is under attack.
All wrapped up in a coat. Launch it.
Your middle tower is under attack. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Oh, that's nice.
Your cheekbone in your eye. Here's a hit.
Back to
Nice.
Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
I troll your gut. You're a trusty mate.
Walk him down, you finish him off.
Ever seen someone bleed out in the neck? No? Let's get started.
Holy crap, that range.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen. The enemy's middle barracks, the enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
It's more fun.
I guess I see why they nerfed this, I just don't like it.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
Ethereal blade. Can always keep it going. I'll punch a Durana right in its stupid eye and take a tentacle in its snout.
The enemy's top tower has fallen. The enemy's top barracks has fallen. The enemy's top barracks has fallen. You now have
You're a beautiful person with a charming personality.
Ow, there goes all my mana. Ow. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. That AM ult hurt. Jaro is pretty fed. Oh yeah, he has a rapier. Oh yeah, Daedalus, Ags, Rapier. Yep, that's yeah, not much you can do about that. Except maybe Blade Mail against him.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. The enemy's
Yeah.
middle tower has fallen. Dire's structures.
She did have a Blade Mail but didn't use it. Maybe she just didn't have enough health to tank it. I don't know. I honestly do not know. I do like her Ags effect. Her Ags effect is hilarious. Being able to instant stealth and basically just have a free ult that spawns.
Guess I don't need to worry about the afterlife just yet. At least this is the afterlife.
Oh yeah, it also makes the ult faster.
Dip this way. I know just the truth.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
Neat.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire victory.
Killed him with an E-blade! That's funny!
I've never seen me this happy.
How the heck did we win that with a offlane Slark? Okay. I guess Gyrocopter carried us. Huh. I think I did pretty well. Just super frustrated by honestly just super frustrated in general. I just absolutely hate the nerfs to Hoodwink's W because it just feels like without that one specific item, it feels over nerfed. It just feels over nerfed, and even with the item, it feels adequate. That item should make the AoE much bigger. Like, basically, just add 75 to it baseline, I would say, or even 50. It just with that item, it actually felt like the range it's supposed to be. Like, seriously, compare it to just for fun. I'm going to show you Wind Ranger before I end this video. I'm going to show you Wind Ranger and why I insist that her stun needs a
The
change.
markswoman of the wood.
Because this is stupid. Like, you saw how tiny the range of Bushwhack
Straight
is
shooter.
compared to this. Because this doesn't change per level. Look how far away from a tree they are.
Prepare for battle.
I have to go a little closer. But see, it still stuns, even though it doesn't hit anything. That's the problem. Huh. Wow. Did they nerf it? How close do they have to be? Okay, there it goes. Huh. Oh, but it went that? I'm confused. That's still much longer range than Bushwhack. Like, as a comparison. See? Not gonna hit. Hits. That's the problem I'm having. Requires, basically, like, that is from this range. Doesn't hit. And yet... Oh, look, that hit. Doesn't look like it should. None of the trees lit up. That did hit. Look how much closer Hoodwink has to be and how precise that shot needed to be to get the bushwhack to go off. And she was just like, done. Just point, click, cast it. Whoosh. That's the problem. Target is here.
You're not going
Stuns.
anywhere.
That doesn't stun from there, but from about there. So it looks like they did fix some of the shackle shot nonsense, but... Like, I have to cast this...
Better not catch you littering, bro. For the
Look at that! See, that missed that time. Despite the tree lit up... Yeah, see, that missed. That should not have missed. See? The tree lights up here. Miss.
More fun this way.
That shouldn't miss! See? Look right there. That is touching Drow's hitbox. It's not in the exact center, but that is touching Drow's hitbox. See, a tree lights up because it says, oh, this is in range. But if I move this back, so it's actually in Drow's hitbox, so it's in the exact center, missed. That's the problem I'm having. That's clearly hitting. That is clearly in range. Look, see? See? Right there. Why? Why did it randomly decide to attach then? There's one little pixel where the range hits, despite all those casts connecting. Every single cast connect, but only one of them was valid. No reason for it. That's the problem I'm having with Bushwhack. That is the main problem. It's not properly searching for trees and targets. Like, just do, like, please, Valve, do one of two things with Bushwhack. Either improve the radius, search radius, so it's slightly outside, so I don't get instances of this happening, or make it where if it misses, it mini stuns and does, let's say it does a third of the damage and mini stuns. This mini stuns. This mini stuns for 0.6 seconds. 0.6 seconds stun. It can interrupt. You just cast Shackle Shot as an interrupt. I cannot cast this as an interrupt. It's a stun plus damage, or it's literally nothing. That's the main problem I have. Why does Shackle Shot on a target without any secondary hit with a tree stun? It doesn't do damage. Does it even apply the... Okay, it doesn't apply the Tangled effect. But still, the fact that it has an effect. It briefly stuns, which is enough to stop TP scrolls, channeled abilities, whatever. It's a point-and-click mini-stun that stuns for a very long duration if it attaches to a tree as well. This stuns for less duration. Like, yeah, it can AoE stun, but when you have Tangled, it also affects up to 2 enemies. That's also the thing. Let's say you have these two characters right here. Oh, they're in range! Look at that! Double stun for a very long time. That stun lasts too long. Look at that. 2 characters stunned for a very long time. Compare that to this.
Hey, how you going in there?
Like, yeah, that does a lot of damage. Although if I make them level 30, it does actually quite a bit less. Notice how that stun didn't hit Wind Ranger or Drow Ranger. That one did. That other one didn't. That's the inconsistency with this ability. That radius is wrong. The radius it shows here, its effect radius is smaller. It's definitely smaller. You see how short that stun lasts in comparison? Look, yeah, it does a lot of damage. Especially if you get the talent. Get the talent and it does... moderate damage, honestly. Unless they have enough health to withstand it. Yeah, plus 75 shackle shot duration is 4 seconds. That's a 4-second stun on 2 characters. Why? Point and click, 4-second stun. That's too long. Too long and too reliable. Compared to Bushwhack, which lasts for a flat 2.1 seconds at max level. It goes from 1.5 to 2.1. Yeah, it can hit it in AoE if you can actually land it. This is reliable. Hell, this doesn't even need a tree. See? It doesn't even need a tree. Just 2 enemies together, it counts. It doesn't even need a tree! It doesn't even need a tree to have its full effect. 4-second stun on 2 enemies. In fact, because of the way it works, with the plus additional target, look at that! A triple stun. Triple stun took no effort. Triple stun for 4 seconds. That's a wiped team fight. That's an instantly won team fight with 1 spell. 1 spell instantly won the team fight. I had to do this. And I still missed 1 target. That was a perfectly placed tree. That was a perfectly placed tree, and I still missed one of them somehow. That's the problem I have with Bushwhack. It's inconsistent. At best, the spell is inconsistent. Because where these are, look at that. Triple stun, no effort. Just have to be in range, and you could easily do that because, oh look, I'm really fast. Whee! 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 It's brain rot easy. And yet with Hoodwink, I'm like, tree, this. Oh look, I still missed one. Same exact setup. I missed one. I missed one and stunned for only half the duration. Yeah, it does 420 damage, but that doesn't really matter. I'm talking about how reliable a spell is. And if it, like, let's say the tree disappears, oh look, I throw it! Nothing. Whiff! How many spells whiff if they hit nothing? I don't know of any. I think this is the only spell in the game that can be cast and do nothing. Okay, outside of... Okay, I think Terrorblade's ability technically counts. But, actually, no. I don't think there's any spell in the game that can be cast on an enemy and do nothing. Yeah. There is not a single spell in the game that I know of besides Bushwhack that if it hits an enemy does nothing. I straight up can't think of one. Bushwhack is the only spell in the game that does that. There's no other spell in the game that if cast on an enemy without a secondary component, like a tree nearby, does nothing. I straight up can't think of one. A spell cast on an enemy, or near an enemy, but okay. Timber Saw's Timber Chain is the only spell I can think of that does that. Timber Chain will not damage unless it also impacts a tree. But that also has a 4-second cooldown. and moves Timbersaw with it. And has a really long range. Has a long range and a 4-second cooldown. And technically the damage it does is with Timbersaw's body. The chain itself actually doesn't even do damage. It's basically just it's a movement ability that just happens to have damage as part of Timbersaw himself moving through the enemy at high speed. That is the only other ability in the game that can be cast near an enemy and not do damage. But that is a special case because technically the chain itself doesn't even do damage anyway. It's Timbersaw moving through the enemy that does the damage. So that is an exception to the rule. Actually, yeah, that's it. I don't think there's any other spell in the game that if cast on an enemy without a secondary something that has no effect. Let's see. Yeah. Was there any other spell that can be cast on an enemy and doesn't do damage or any other effect? That just whiffs. No. Yeah, there isn't any. There's not a single ability in the game that can be cast on or near an enemy and does nothing without a secondary effect besides Bushwhack. It is the only ability in the game that's an AoE you can cast on an enemy and does nothing with. It should at least have 25% of the effect if it doesn't hit a tree. It's a net trap. It should still tangle them. It should briefly stun them and briefly do damage. Or just briefly stun. Because this doesn't even have the Shackle Shot doesn't even have like the secondary effect on the Shackle Shot thing here. See, that gains 40 damage. But if I cast it like this, where it misses, nothing. But it still does a mini stun. This still has an effect. If no unit or tree is present, stun duration is reduced to 0.6. No other effect is gained. Whoosh!
Maybe my finger got twitched.
See? Toss a net trap that stuns enemies if they are near a tree in the area. Does absolutely nothing if there are no trees in the area. And look at the weird delay on it, too. Like, I'm rapid firing it.
I'll get over it.
Like, the cast point on it is really long.
Well, I could have been invisible.
For how unreliable the spell is, the cast point is incredibly long.
Mate.
In comparison to this, which has basically no cast point at all. Like, look how little the cast point is. Watch the thing go. That is near instant. That's like 0.2 seconds. This is almost half a second. Okay, it's maybe not quite. It's like 0.3 compared to 0.1. Like, this is near instant. This is stupid. That's the problem I have with Hoodwink. If they fix that, the hero would be perfect, in my opinion. The hero is strong, but the fact that she requires an item that gives her W plus 75 radius in order to be functional just feels dumb. Oh well, sorry this video has been rambling. I'm gonna cut it before it reaches to an hour. Bye bye. See you in the next video.